Alright, good morning. Welcome to another vlog. So, been quite busy the last couple of days, or the last night and yesterday. Did a thing, I've just set up my little scene for the first time, and I'm quite pleased about. It starts getting a little bit of a flavour. But what I did yesterday is I put guttering onto this one here. What works better in the white, I think, and the thing there. And I did more work on this window here, the windows. Well, finish off the windows on this one here. You can sort of see into them again. What I like about this is my niece and great nephew's house with a few blemishes, but it was good. You can't actually see too much into them, but again, I think they're effective as well. So that's what we finished off yesterday at the shop. Took nearly all day, believe it or not. Then last night I started working on the solicitors or bank, and this is what I've done so far on that. So there we go, on there. The reason why it's cut like this is that where it's going to be going into the model, I can give a demonstration using this piece of wood here. They're actually going to be, if it's tiered, the actual display is. So this one's going to be like that, and then there's going to be other buildings behind it. So you'd be able to look down into the actual the driveway. So that will be attached as well like that. So you can see that it's going to give a raised actual area. So there'll be hopefully around about about 8 different levels to the model village, going up to 8 foot into the air. So you really see this big bank of buildings. So yeah, so this is how it joins on to there like that. It's going to be a picture of the roof there. It's obviously got to be finished. It's going to have it will have a balustrade round and then a roof on top, a normal roof on top, but it will be hidden. I think that's how they do them. I'm not trying to look too much into architecture. I'm trying to do a feeling of how I remember them really, and things that come to head. So they are formed through memory rather than me being correct. What I think is actually quite important to the thing. That's another model that I made many years ago that needs old tiling, needs working on things, but I'll be doing that as well. So yeah, so that's how I've really come up with the idea for the story of the solicitors, and I'm really excited about actually. It's basically going to be the story of this solicitor. He went to university, and it wasn't Cambridge, it wasn't Oxford, and it wasn't one of the Russells. It was actually a good university, and it gave him a reasonably good actual qualifications, and he's sort of gone through life with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder really. But the biggest thing about it is that he had a incident that's totally wrong. He had an encounter with a friend who went to Cambridge to study law, and in their second year, the end of their second year, they met up, and there was an incident. Incident's a terrible word. There was a moment where they were at their house alone, at his mum and dad's house alone, and there was an instance when he believed that the gentleman from Cambridge had sort of made a pass at him, and the next thing you know, he was actually on the other side of the settee. Well, he'd moved chairs actually completely, and he'd actually sort of said, "Oh, I've got to," and they talked for a little while, and the bloke looked a bit embarrassed and said, "Oh, I better go then," and he never saw him again. That was 30 years ago. And the story is that a couple of weeks after that, he met his wife, and they fell in love, and he was very happy. They had 3 children, and he was content. Now, sadly, his wife did die 2 years ago, and it's something that he's finally admitted to himself, that forever, that day, all throughout his life, even though he saw himself as being a straight man, he would think about that moment, and think about that man, and think about what his life could have been, and would it have taken a total different route. And after 2 years after his wife has actually died, he actually has decided to make inroads. It's the wrong word. I'm not very good at English, but he decided to actually get in touch, some excuse about business and so forth, and asking advice. And although very strange, I haven't seen him for 30 odd years. And he's coming over. He's coming over to his office. That is the top floor office there. He's coming there today. And he's excited and nervous, and he doesn't know what to do. He's talked to his daughter about it, and she says, "Dad, go for it." You know, all he knows is that the gentleman that went to Cambridge is never got married, and is, as far as he knows, is unattached. So it's a new chapter in his life. He's very excited. Anyway, I'm waffling, and that's the first time I put that into the world in words. I was thinking about it last night, but it's the first time I've put it into words. So I decided that I am now waffling. So I shall. Oh, bloody hell! Sorry, I'll start again. I can't remember. I'm now waffling. So it's time to go.